Speaking of somebody who's in need of a little bit of help, if all of these Hollywood celebrities are in need of like severe help and maybe a little bit of guidance, there's one who is actively searching for that, and that is Madonna.
Course.
Madonna is searching for that right now. She says so. She says, Madonna asks for an urgent meeting with the Pope to discuss her blasphemous behavior. First of all, I love the idea that I could one day be well known enough where I don't just go to my local priest.
Yeah.
I just hit up the Pope on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want. I want like
So
if I get a pain in my knee, I want to just be able to call Dr. Oz and not, you know.
I know. I read an article that they actually did meet and they drank each other's blood for ritual purposes.
Sounds real.
Are you insinuating that we're not currently moving the culture? As far as I know, on a very popular episode of Pop Culture Crisis last Tuesday, Brett said, very popular, everyone loved it. Brett said to Amber Heard directly, hey, I need you to wear black. Next day on trial, what happened?
She wore black.
What happened? You know how many colors there are?
She could have worn anything. You're supposed to wear blue at trial anyways.
That's all I'm saying.
So it says Madonna has reached out to the Catholic Church to try and mend fences. The singing icon has written to the big guy himself, the Pope, not God, asking for an audience with the head of the religion on earth. With the head of the religion on earth.
Earth's religion.
The Like a Prayer artist reached out to His Holiness Pope Francis on Twitter. Hello. Now, how you said it's Pontifex?
Pontifex. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Francis, I'm a good Catholic, I swear. I mean, I don't swear. The Queen of Pop wrote. I do like that they reference Like a Prayer in like when they're using their song names. Hannah Claire would have been very proud of that. It has been a few decades since my last confession. Would it be possible to meet up with one day to discuss some important matters? I've been excommunicated 3 times. It doesn't seem fair.
Didn't happen, by the way.
Never
happened.
Didn't happen?
Really?
No.
Okay. I just want to know, like if there was any person, like any group of people in need, like where I would actually pay money to be able to hear the confessional, it would be Hollywood celebrities.
Oh my God.
If it wasn't so awful, you know, and
at that point, can you even examine your own conscience well enough?
That would be like a thin line between confessional and To Catch a Predator.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like people would like if one day, if the church is ever hurting for money, they could turn this into a live show where they change their voice and then they're like, so and so worked on this, and then they just go and Mary's just like, no, they will not, they cannot do that. That is very bad.
Defiling.
I'm kidding. So it says, although fans have loved the singer for her unfiltered self-expression over the decades, the Vatican hasn't always appreciated her creative vision. I wonder why.
I thought Sexy Jesus from Like a Prayer brought more people to the church.
It's kind of like Top Gun, where it basically was a Navy recruitment tool.
Right.
Sexy Jesus was just it's trying to get sinners to convert.
They didn't like that video. I mean, that video got a lot of flack.
Well,
Burning crosses.
Did you guys see Hamlet too?
Sexy Jesus? No.
Oh my God. No, we'll talk about it later.
Next time.
He brings up something on air that he can't talk about on air. Thanks, Dane.
It's a really funny movie, and they have a song that's called like dun, 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 something about like Jesus, like Summer Body Jesus or something, and it's hilarious. That's all I want.
So
that's what I'm going for this summer.
You're getting it, babe.
Yeah, thank you.
So it says, although fans have loved the singer for her unfiltered self-expression over the decades, the Vatican hasn't always appreciated her creative vision. Admittedly, you can sort of connect the dots with how they would be offended by certain songs. It all kicked off with the 1989 video for Like a Prayer, which featured burning crosses and an erotic depiction of Jesus. Then there was the 1990 Blonde Ambition tour, which featured gyrating nuns. See, if I was the Pope...
That shit really pisses me off because nuns are like...
Horrible.
Going out of their way in like dedicating their lives to you not sexualizing them, and we're still doing it. It's like hella rapey.
Seems like something Hollywood does a lot.
It's rapey.
Sexualizing things, people, and stuff that should not be sexualized.
Well, nuns are some of the
Like
worst
children.
people in the world.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. What about Sister Act? Are we okay with that?
I mean, it was cute, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did they twerk in Sister Act? I forget.
No, thankfully.
I've never seen it.
Maybe the
Twerking didn't
reboot.
exist yet.
They
Yeah,
will.
the reboot.
Is that a movie?
No, Whoopi Goldberg got canceled. So
True.
not happening.
She's back at work. She's been,
Yeah, that was like a half-life.
That was not a
cancel.
like if anything's not a canceling, it's what happened to Whoopi Goldberg.
Right.
That was a 2-week vacation.
Paid vacation.
Hi Madonna, I am a Catholic priest. Do you know what excommunication means? Just checking. Praying for you. And Mary also has strong feelings about
Priests need to get off of Twitter.
For real.
Stop having Twitter accounts. It's so
Yes, you
embarrassing.
should put that on a shirt.
So undignified.
Super cringe.
Please stop.
Super cringe.
Is there anybody who would like necessarily go to Twitter to find like a pope's opinion or
Sadly, yes.
no, I'm saying or like a priest's opinion.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And they get a big ego boost out of it, I'm sure.
That's well, that's
Is there some pros to it though? Because like I don't know about Twitter,
can't
but
think
like
of
on
one.
YouTube, I can think of a few.
On YouTube, sure,
preachers
because
I've
you can
listened
just
to.
post and go and not be interacting with people. But Twitter
Yeah.
is all about like throwing yourself into the pit
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
everyone.
I also like the idea that Madonna like gets this tweet from some no-name priest, and she's like, "I'm not dealing with you."
Right.
Like,
Where's
sorry,
the big guy?
I'm only dealing with the big
This is
guy.
literally exactly how she dealt with like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly you around the world so I can get impregnated by you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to the Pope via Twitter. That's how she did. Dude, look it up.
And then like
She didn't end up getting it.
I would love to see somebody make like a Pope reacts channel where the Pope watches Madonna in like milk bath and all the weird stuff she does, and it's you don't have to see the video, you just see the faces the Pope is making while he's watching her do her creepy Madonna thing on social
Petition
media.
for Pope to do it on IG
She
Live.
is becoming so creepy.
She's a lizard person.
Confirmed.
It's like Britney, but without the endearing aspect.
I was gonna say it would be a channel where he just reacts to Madonna and Britney Spears Instagram
But like
stuff,
when Britney does it, she's like spinning in circles, like she seems like she's having fun.
or
whatever.
stoned out of her mind. One of
Yeah,
the two.
but then like when Madonna does it, she's just like creepily
It's
getting
scary.
way too close to the camera.
like when Madonna does it, it looks like she's actually trying to cast a spell on you and turn you into a
Yeah.
cult member. For
Do we
that.
know what
Creepy.
Madonna wants to repent for? Any ideas?
I mean, she pulls out like a.
She could start with her stage name since it's mocking.
Yes.
Oh, there
Virgin
you go.
Mary.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can you tell people for the-
Madonna is the
call.
title for Mary. It's Lady. Mary's Our Lady, and she has many titles, but Madonna is one of them. Like Madonna and Child is a depiction of Mary with the baby Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Is the FR Father for Father Matthew
Yeah.
P. Schneider? So it says he's got the Ukrainian flag. He's got a blue check mark. He checks all the boxes.
We know
that-
enough.
that Madonna might need to talk to him. It says, "I don't know if the Pope himself can meet with you, but I can find a priest near where you are to help you. Just DM me if you need help or have questions." I love that.
That's
like
the beginning of a rom-com.
slide into my priest DM.
I hate that it's responding sincerely to something that was so blatantly mocking the
So
church.
you believe she's mocking the church?
Yes, and only doing so because this was my
Madonna.
take, which I wrote down earlier. It's that like this is the ultimate sign that she is just a spiritual baby boomer. Because if you think that rebelling or appearing to rebel against the Catholic Church or even against WASP, like predominant WASP culture,
What is that? I don't know what
is
that means.
like
Without-
white Anglo-Saxon
Yeah.
Protestant
Okay.
culture
Okay.
is like actually subversive, you are just like hopelessly out of touch
Yeah.
with what is actually considered cool these days.
Yeah, putting anything on Twitter.
Like you are a
Already
baby
kills it.
boomer
Yeah.
if you think that that's like cool and subversive and artistic.
Spiritual
Ma-
baby boomer.
Mary,
my new
it's like
favorite term.
parallel
T-shirt.
economies is what I'm saying. Like we belong to a different economy to where I was like, oh my god, like you're so lame and cringe. But like I'm telling you, for their people, she's like, yes, like oh my god,
It's just it seems so detached from reality.
Yeah.
it is.
She has been.
Another-
Yeah.
Most of her career. And I
And
like
she
a lot
is
of her
a
music.
has-been.
And
Though-
she is.
Those are the sides.
I liked Into the Groove.
Oh yeah, that was
but,
good.
I mean,
That's about it.
She'll probably perform that with the Pope and Elton John at like a
Papa,
show.
please preach.
sacrilegious things aside,
Sorry,
like
get
young
joke.
Madonna was actually like very incredibly charming. I don't know, like
Young Madonna was very, I mean, she was very,
She didn't look like a lizard yet.
she was the one. And plus, I mean, like, right.
she didn't evolve.
It's not that she wasn't talented; it's that she represented a time, right?
Who
She
knows
was
what they did to her?
so you
If
know.
it's even her. Don't get me
Could be
started on
somebody
clones.
else.
Yeah.
See, and then you just look at other old Madonna posts. And I'm like, gee, I wonder what the Pope would say about that. I have no idea. I don't think he wants to look at that. I don't think the Pope has any interest.
It's
in
just
seeing
at
that.
this point, I'm tired of it because like, come up with a new vibe. It's not that I am like, I'm so scandalized like as a Catholic by your blasphemy. No, it's just like if you think that being subversive against the church or like religious authorities or some like vague sense that there's like this big white guy in the sky that's oppressing everyone. Like just come up with a new vibe, because this one is tired and overdone.
Oh yeah.
And it appeals only to like Gen X at the youngest, but like everyone older than that
who still think that the church
no
has,
one
like, this
else
hard...
thinks that there's still a foothold
like
at all.
It's so weird when I
the-
see people who say stuff like
It's
that.
punching down.
The new cathedral is the Me Too movement and the ideologues. I can say that right now. It's not.
Social justice.
Like,
is
I'd
the-
rather
is
you
the
become
thing.
a Muslim than like
New
think
shirt
that-
idea.
than like be subversive and rebellious against the Catholic Church. Come up with a
It's
new
been-
vibe.
it's
I
been
am
done.
begging you.
No, but it's like when I saw Lil Nas X video where he's twerking on the devil.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
like,
I've seen this
Who is
Yeah,
this
it's like
for?
already. Like,
Who is
it's-
I
this
think
for?
You're converting
from
nothing.
I think
We
he's
had
from
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, so
Right.
brave.
Like
Right.
that was done. Thank
I think
you.
he's from a religious family.
Lil Nas.
Yeah.
But doesn't even. But so he's trying to subvert his own family and his own background.
Yeah.
But like that imagery of like doing what Marilyn Manson did, which is what I really loved Marilyn Manson when I was in 8th grade. Like that was great. But it felt like you were actually subverting something. But even now looking back, I don't think he was subverting anything.
No, it's a product. It's still a product that's being
but
sold
at
to you.
least back then it was still somewhat like
Yeah.
new to
The
see. And you're like,
energy.
oh my goodness. But now it's like everyone does that. It's old. Get a new vibe, like Mary said. Like now you have Frank Savage, whatever the guy's name is.
Fred
there's
Savage.
Somewhat whatever. I'm putting them together.
The new counterculture would be like some celebrity like waiting till marriage and then getting married at
Right.
21.
Or
and
like
then
the new
having
counterculture
kids.
would be like Catholic punk music or something.
Right.
Like that's literally happening. There is
I
a
agree.
scene
Or-
of like incelcore, like doomercore, Catholic
And that's been around,
musicians.
but it was
Like,
always
that's a
lambasted,
thing.
right? Like there was like metal bands who were like quote unquote Christian, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's silly," but that is the counterculture now, right? This is the counterculture right now. What we're doing,
Yeah.
right? Like the counterculture is going against that cathedral of these ideologues who are controlling, Hollywood and the art you see and all that crap. So yeah, try to turn your ire against the things that are really destroying art and the individual.
Is music the way back for most of this? I feel like music gets more leeway.
Music is
Depends.
done. Music
it
is
depends
done.
where you get
Maybe
your
not,
music.
Art
because
is
all
dead.
music is accessible now, and it's kind of impossible for anything to be underground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there is no underground. That's
well,
true.
there is. They're SoundCloud rappers, and it's like when you're under a certain
Yes.
amount of
But
followers.
even then, it's like you're a click away.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's not hard. Like you're not selling CDs out of a trunk anymore.
Yeah.
You're,
Right.
you're slinging downloads on your social media
Right. And
platforms.
some of those people probably have a more fervent audience than people who have a huge label backing them.
Yep.
Because those things are dead. Art is dead, but in the same way like that Nietzsche said God is dead. Didn't mean like the art itself is dead, but to society, God and or art today is dead.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think that's the case, but also because the internet has democratized everything, it's still out there.
It might revive like 3 days like from the cave, but like right now as it is, it's dead, daddy.
in terms of the way the mainstream newspapers and all that and online blogs write about it, it looks dead. But if you look enough, I think there is a very lively art and music scene.
We have art simulacra. We have like meeting simulacra. Like we don't have the real thing anymore. We have fireworks for everything.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
everything's a corpse.
Everything is
Everything's a corpse.
shell of what. Well, it's because there's no feeling of like you're subverting or like you're part of a community anymore because the community's worldwide,
Right.
and all of it's a product immediately.
Right.
It doesn't feel like you're doing it just because you love what you're doing. You're doing it because you're selling a product to people.
That's not bad necessarily. And here's some of where my geek
The
comes.
thing, it feels inorganic most of the time.
But, so I play a lot of video games. I play a lot of card games, and I used to compete like at a pretty high level. And like it was always beautiful when you would play someone from a different country, and it's like this country like heavily relies on. They all believe on this card because their guy uses this card, whereas in our country like we'd use this. So like the cultures and the clash. So like that now we're like developing like. At least in competitive and in arts, like you can take it to the next level because like now there really is no more secrets. Like there used to be this like mentality of like save it for nationals mentality, where you would save your best shit for nationals, but you can't do it anymore.
Every day is national.
Yes, exactly. Every day.
Everything is lightning or light fireworks. Every day is nationals.
It all feels so like I've been starved for something that feels more real and organic, and it just doesn't seem to come.
In terms of music, I still find things.
Yeah. Oh no, I find amazing music all the time, but I'm just saying like I'd find it, and they still have like at the low end several 30, 40, 50,000 followers on YouTube or something.
Oh yeah,
like
I don't even look at that stuff. But if I can find things that resonate with me on a deep level, but it's tough finding like TV or film.
How is it possible? And that's why I feel for you, because I know you're a film buff.
Yep.
I know you love the scene construction.
This is why these guys host Pop Culture Crisis.
I know, but like I know Brett in particular. Like we met before the show, and like he just like freaking loves it. And like since everything's simulacra, like you won't get like what you like of like the analyzing of like, oh my god, the imagery, the metaphor, like that's that. And why it's that is because like the area where it should be is in like independent films, but independent films, all they freaking care about is like seeming independent. All they care about is having that little weird scene where like this happened. Like
you have to know we're independent because we're gonna throw in this ridiculous scene
because we smoked a cigarette ironically. Like
Yep. So that is the hardest part.
They played the Shins.
That is, I don't know if they have the money to,
I love the Shins,
license.
I don't know what
the
that
Shins.
means.
Oh man. That's because we're 40.
Yeah, well,
I'm kidding.
you're 40.
I'm almost 40.
I'm yeah.
3 years away.
So we'll see where it goes. But you're right. Like the hardest part is like when I see movies being so empty and devoid of all actual meaning and feel. It bums me out because it's what I loved about the art form.
Even kids' TV shows, which I watch a lot of because I have a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He only watches things from the 70s and 80s now.
Oh, that's
Because like
awesome.
nothing today is good.
That's awesome.
And it's steeped in ideology. I can't say that word today. The new stuff.
Well, if it's
The
not
old stuff.
ideological, it's literally just AI generated.
Yeah, it's just like flashes.
That's a
to
future
get you in
president.
a
I'm
seizure.
telling you, like he's gonna have such a leg up on everyone.
It's scary. But yeah, I mean, you have to go back to those things because there is still that feeling, even in those old like Scooby-Doos, which I love.
Guys, it's in video games. It's the only place where it's left.
Yep.
Because you know what? No one can play for you.
Yep.
No one can choose the characters for you. No one can equip it. No one can do the actions
But
for you.
are they creating worlds that are free enough?
Yeah.
Like, and they're not like
And
constrained to
stories.
the laws of whatever they're trying to cage that world in.
A lot of it is Asian people that have pejorative names for Americans just like this, like Baizu or whatever. Baitsua. Like those people that are mocking us, as they should, by the way. Like they're making culture. Like the world didn't give up on culture.
No,
we just did.
Right.
No, it feels uniquely American to be homogenized and empty now.
Yeah.
When I see,
oh my god,
I find a lot of context I follow a lot of Instagrams from people who skate in other countries, and most of them, it seems so vibrant and undamaged compared to what we have here.
Yeah. We're the new lost generation. Like that generation of people who inherited the world of World War I. They call the lost generation. Because they had a sense of meaninglessness. And I feel like we're there too. Like there's a lot of nihilism going on today because they're disconnected from, I'm going to look at the Catholic in the room, because they're disconnected from religion, and like I think having that disconnect makes you hate yourself.
That's how marketing began, by the way.
With nihilism. All marketing is nihilism?
No, it like literally like abusing former vets is like, they would come home like half their bodies and half their souls, and they'd be like, you know what, you're sad, young man. It's not because you were in war. It's because you don't spend enough time with your wife because you go out to the river and wash your clothes. Get this washing machine.
Dang. They just exploited their...
This is like, I'll do anything. Go wash at home, and where we've ran from there.
Late stage capitalism. All right.
Anyways,
we're gonna move on.
I need a washing machine.
Such a doomsday episode.
We're all
today.
gonna like check our phones later, and there's gonna be like ads for washing machines. Because our phones are listening to us right now.
Consume.
Yeah, must consume. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.